Hi guys, it's Ricky, and this is Ricky Reveals. I didn't. Well, I kind of did, but I was like, I didn't laugh that time. um, wow. So, God really showed up for me in a major way today, um, and I kind of want to just say to other people what God has been trying to say to me, and it finally got through my head today. Stop trying to figure it out. Let Him surprise you. Trust me, you're gonna be glad you do if you do. What He did for me today was beyond. I mean, I'm about to cry. Um, I never saw it coming, and I'm so glad it happened. No matter what you think, or any of us, no matter what we think, the plan God has for our lives is so much better than what the plan we have for ourselves. It really, really is. And if you just get out of your own way. This was said to me tonight, and it's been said to me a couple times in the recent past. But you are the one standing in your way. If you get out of your own way and let God work, some amazing things are going to happen for you. So, as I sit here and say it, I'm going to do my best to live it. Get out of your own way. um, Forgive yourself. I think a big part of that, for me anyways, is get out of your own way. You're the one blocking your soulmate, your twin flame. But for me, forgiveness for other people has never been that hard for me. Like, I have compassion, and I have a big heart when it comes to other people. But my problem is I don't have that compassion for myself. I'm really hard on myself. And people who know me probably are like, the mistakes you've made, the things you've done, the things you've said, you can't be that hard on yourself. I never said I was hard on myself before the actions. It's after I've made the mistake that I get really hard on myself. And I think, honestly, being that hard on myself causes me to actually make the same mistakes again and again and again. Because I tell myself, it doesn't matter. You've already gone too far. Why don't you go ahead and do it again? Like, you know what I mean? I'm listening to the wrong voice in those moments. And it's caused a lot of setbacks in my life. Like, and all this time, Queen of Wands just came flying out. We'll discuss that in a minute. I thought, which I have had plenty of enemies, and it is what it is. For anyone who went against me, I'm sorry that you felt that I did something to you. I know some of you I didn't do anything to. It was just jealousy and envy. But to the ones I actually did something to, I really am sorry for whatever it was that made you want revenge or want to hurt me. Because I know I have done things in my past that have hurt people, and even though that wasn't the reason I did it, it doesn't change the fact that that was the outcome. And so I really am sorry, and I hope that anyone who resonates with what I just said can accept my apology. Please know it's genuine, and that I really hope that whatever scar I left on you can be healed. I know, through God, it can be. He is a waymaker, and I'm telling you, you give Him the reins of your life. Jesus, take the wheel. Let Him take the wheel. You're gonna be... Ooh, I'm trying not to cry. You're gonna be so happy if you just let Him take the wheel. Be the fool. Go back to that place of innocence, of like a naive trust that you were created for a beautiful life, a beautiful experience. You are a miracle in itself. Each and every one of us is. God created us to be a miracle. I mean, we are the miracle. Our lives are the miracle. Yeah, we see miracles every day, but the real miracle is us. Like, that's, I think, what God's trying to show each and every one of us, is that we are the miracle. You know, even if you don't believe in God or spirituality or religion, even science says that for us to be born who we are and when we were born is a 1 in 400 trillion chance. To me, that is proof positive that there is a God above. You cannot get that kind of a statistic off of pure chance, off of evolution. That's somebody upstairs, somebody above, calling the shots. So we have a Queen of Wands here. Someone attractive, with a lot of passion and fire. Could be a fire sign, doesn't have to be. Just somebody who is very determined, on fire for God. But they've got a fire burning in them that they just have to go with it. They've got an idea, they've got a passion, they've got desires that are just burning on the inside of them, and they're saying no more. They are going to follow their dreams, follow their heart, with the Fool being next. Could very well be an Aries, with the Fool being Aries and the Queen of Wands being a fire energy. But then we have the Nine of Pentacles. So interesting. He's not looking at this Queen of Wands, though. Maybe he's seen this Queen of Wands as potential, and he's wanted to offer this Pentacle to her for quite a while. And maybe he is giving up on her ever realizing her own potential. And maybe it's making him start to look other places to offer his Pentacle to someone else. Let's get some more cards out. But he's definitely a messenger. Ooh, the star came just came flying out. So there is still hope. Like he hasn't given away the Pentacle yet. He's just, I think for a while, you were the only one. Like you were the one on his mind. He was like, "That's the one. It's got to be them." But because you've taken so long to make a choice to invest in yourself, he has started looking around. But I think deep down, you are the one he wants to give the Pentacle to. See, I've never really interpreted it this way before, even though it's pretty, like, obvious interpretation, I guess. See how this woman here, she's pouring these 2 pitchers of water, dumping them out, pouring them into nothing. They're going, the water is going here, but it's really basically, it's not coming back to her. She's just all of her love, her passion, her desire, her everything she has inside, she's poured it out into things and into people that just took it and left her by herself naked. This woman's naked. Naked and afraid. But I think through doing that for so long, she depleted herself of her gifts. Or, well, I mean, not necessarily. The things that makes her valuable, makes her special, makes her unique. She poured it all out with good intentions, but she poured it into the wrong places. And I think that this is a message. Wow, that's awesome. The Ace of Pentacles just came out, landed in the center of the reading. So, alright. So I think this Queen of Wands just needs to learn that from now on, she's got to pour her into herself. All the stuff she's given away to other people and other projects and other things that were not returning, are giving her a return, like all the investments she's made that never brought her back anything, like brought her a return. She's got to stop doing that. It is now the time in your life, and this could be a man too. I am just going with a woman because we started out with Queen of Wands, and it could be a feminine man. You know what I mean? Not saying you're gay. I'm just saying maybe you're more feminine than your average male. But it is time to start believing in yourself and start pouring all the love, all the energy, and everything into yourself so that you can have that great big pinnacle in the sky. God wants to give it to you. There's just... You're standing in your own way. You're getting in your own way. I think what it is he's waiting for you to have the confidence in yourself that he has in you. Because he wants to give this to you, but this is so big that if you're not ready for it when he gives it to you, it could actually feel like a curse and not a blessing. And it really is a blessing, and he wants you to receive it as a blessing and not be overwhelmed by it and make it and perceive it as a curse. Knight of Cups, the Page of Cups, the Eight of Cups. Those all came out together. You know what? I think your first test, or your last test, depending on how you want to look at it, I think there's going to be two men that come back from your past who you truly have love for, and that at some point in your past you gave... What? Oh. This is even funny because she has two pictures in her hands. So this is what I'm getting at here. You poured all this into these two men. That you poured this into this one, like into the Knight of Cups, and you poured this one into the Page of Cups. But guess what? You don't see the men here in this picture or on this card because they took what you gave them and ran away with it. Well, now because they see it or they feel it in their... probably in the residual energy that they still carry from what you did for them, they just know that this Ace of Pentacles is coming in for you. And so here they are, riding back in to try and get this Ace of Pentacles from you. Because they know how to, well, they believe they know how to play your heartstrings. And they believe they know how to take this from you. Even if they have to stay with you long enough just to deplete you of it. And then leave you high and dry like they did the last time. This, I think, truly is a test to see if you really learned the lesson. And if you're going to walk away from these men who you poured a lot into, because 10 is the final. Like in the tarot, 10 is like the absolute highest number you can get to. So if you have a 10 of cups, a 10 of pentacles, or whatever, that is basically symbolic for having everything. Like, in pentacles, it's, the financial stability, generational wealth, and the 10 of cups is the love, the be all end all love. Having the family, the kids, the dog, the cat, the backyard, the white picket fence. Like, you poured 8 of your 10 cups into these two men. So you were highly invested in both of them. You really went hard for both of them. So this is a very strategically placed test in your life to see if you finally learned the lesson to love yourself first. Because if you can't love yourself, you really, truly can't love anyone else anyways. The Sun. You pass this test, Queen of Wands, whoever you are. You pass this test. The sun is going to come out. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Been walking around with a dark cloud over your head for a long time. You deserve that sunrise. Give it to yourself. You're the only one standing in your way. Let me try and give you guys heads up or idea of who. Since we had 3 men that showed up, I will go ahead and clarify all 3 of the cards that, the 2 knights in the page. So the Knight of Pentacles, the first man that showed up, is being clarified by the 8 of Pentacles, the 3 of Swords, and the 2 of Swords. So this one could be an air sign, but definitely could have been somebody you worked with in the past. Maybe you met them through work, but they definitely broke your heart, and they definitely left you feeling confused, not knowing where to go, whether you should stay or go. If that makes sense, then that's probably... If that makes sense to you, then this is probably your reading, for 1. For 2, whoever that resonated for, whatever person that resonated for in your past, that's who the Nine of Pentacles is. They broke your heart. You worked with them. They were a co-worker. Could have been a boss, possibly. But they did leave you feeling conflicted and not knowing where to go or how to pick up the pieces. They probably left your life, came in like a hurricane or tornado, messed up everything in your life. You probably even lost your job through being with them. And then as quickly as they came, they went away, and you were left what felt like blindfolded. You didn't know which way to go. Okay, so this Knight of Cups. We've got the 7 of Pentacles clarifying him. We have the 6 of Swords clarifying him. And we've got the 2 of Wands clarifying him. So this is probably somebody who came in at an abundant period in your life. Had their focus completely on you, made you feel like they were rescuing you or taking you away, or taking you out of a storm and into a calm chapter of your life. But again, with the 2 of Wands being here, I think you were an option to this person, and at the end of the day, they chose the other option. They came in and got your hopes up just to leave you high and dry. Page of Cups, really? So this Page of Cups really threw you for a loop. So if that resonates, it's probably who the Page of Cups is. My goodness. I talk about a storm. Okay. So this one came into your life, maybe through a friend. Maybe you met them at a celebration, like a wedding or something. Maybe you were friends with the bride and they were friends with the groom and you guys had never met up until the wedding. But it could be a Leo. But everything seems like really good with this person. Like they came in strong. They came in seeming like they were lying. They were independent. They had, they could stand on their own 2 feet. They felt like your justice. 10 of Cups. Like, this one came in strong. And quite honestly, oh no. Page of Wands. This one's younger than you, because that's 2 pages. A page clarifying a page. So this one's definitely got to be younger than you. And if not, then there's something about them that was immature. Or maybe this was a sex-based connection. Maybe they had a big wand, and that's what you liked about him. But then you've got the 4 of Cups and the High Priestess here. Which makes me feel like, even though all looked good on the outside, something about this person never set well with you. Because this is rejection. This person could have been a Pisces. For sure could have been a Pisces. Or a Leo. But it had the making for... Maybe the timing just wasn't right with this one. Maybe this one... This one's going to be the one that gets you. That's what it is. This is going to be the one that gets you. Because this one really looked the part. This was the one that would have... This is the one that should have worked. This relationship should have worked. But deep down, one or both of you knew something wasn't right. And it caused... But this also... It's rejection, but it's also a gift from God. That this person was sent to you as God's way of trying to heal you or give you a gift because you, I don't want to say deserved it, but because you needed it. But one or both of you or maybe it's already served its purpose and one or both of you won't let it go. And that's what this test is about. To see if you can change your perception of something and see that it's already served its purpose. That could be. Give me one more. I know there's already a lot of cards on that one, but that one's hard. Use your discernment and follow your heart, because this one, This one's really that King of Cups. There was love here. This connection was significant. But like I was just saying, it could have already served its purpose. And it's time to let it go. Some people are not forever people, no matter how intense the connection is. Yeah, let it go. 5-5 for one. It's five. The 5 of Cups and 5 of Swords. If you go back to it, it'll be good for a while, but it will end in heartbreak. Alright. You've got this beautiful, beautiful future. It's just waiting on you. I mean, it's all about this. I was the center of the reading. And when it's in the center of the reading and the spreads that I use most often, every card is based upon its place to the center of the reading. And with this, whatever is in the center is the focus of the reading. The Ace of Pentacles. This is what God wants you to have. Because you deserved it. You've earned it. But you are not focused on that because you're too busy boo-hooing and crying about these 3 men from the past. All he wants you to do is trust him and walk away. There's nothing left for you in your past. You've poured enough of yourself into your past. It is time to watch this beautiful sunrise and be a part of it. That is you. That's not a baby. That's not a child. It's you falling in love with yourself and healing your inner child. It's going to be amazing. It really is. If you just let it go and stop trying to control it and get out of your own way and let God do the work. He created you because he loves you. And he gave you this beautiful life because he loves you. And you're missing out on it because you can't differentiate the difference between a forever person and a seasonal person. Your forever person has not come yet. They're on their way. Like, they are trying to come in. You're blocking them because you're still convinced one of these are your forever person. If they were your forever person, they'd be here now. So that's why I'm saying you haven't met your forever person yet. No, you have not. Angelic protection. God loves you and he knows how much you've struggled in your life. You and your forever person, you're being protected by the angels. Your union is being protected by the angels. The only thing that can get in the way is yourself. And you're doing just fine blocking yourself. Nobody else has to do anything because you've done a good enough job blocking it yourself. Let's see. Joy and contentment. Find joy and contentment in yourself. In the waiting period, you know? Fall in love with you. With God. Like, and trust the process. If you have a relationship with God, if you trust God, and you have faith, you know, prove it. And let the transformation fully take place. Do that healing. That's why you're standing in your own way. That's the biggest reason. Because you won't surrender to the Father and do the healing that He so wants for you. He didn't create you to torture you. You went through some things as a test, as a testimony, so it could become a testimony. But if you don't heal it and take your power back and use that pain for purpose, your test will never, you'll never get your testimony because you're too busy reliving the test. Let it go. Take what you were meant to take from it and let the rest of it go. So that you can be... So your light can shine for other people that are going through the same thing you went through. Lighten up. And trust the universe. Leo and Aquarius energy. Yes. Heal so that you can be a light to other people who have suffered the same tragedies that you have. Or you might actually save some people from going through some of the tragedies that you went through. Or just give them hope that if you lived through it, so can they. But there was real purpose in the pain that you've suffered. And until you can stop holding on to that pain, because somewhere in the familiarness there's comfort, and that's how you learned to survive. So you're really reluctant to let it go because that's what got you through. So you're like, what if I let this go, I have nothing to hold on to. And that's the point. God doesn't want you holding on to it anymore because He wants you to hold on to Him. Break through the tension. Scorpio, detoxify. Taurus, cool your emotions. Aries, and work through your feelings. Another Aries card. This really could have been for an Aries. If you're an Aries and this is resonating, this is your reading, because Queen of Wands, Fool, the two Aries energies here. We had a lot of some wands that came out. So this definitely could be for an Aries. Let's do spirit animals. And then I guess I'm going to cut the reading off. Give me a spirit animal for the person who resonates the reading being for them. Okay. Give me a spirit animal for the person who feels like I'm talking to them. A bat. You have the power to transcend failure and move into a limitless future. Transcend that pain and what you are perceiving to be a failure. If you transcend your perception, you will see it was not a failure. It was meant to be that way so that it could be a powerful testimony later in your life to help other people. And give me one more for the person this is for's person. So, since my advice was to walk away from your past and wait for a future person, your future person could be a Scorpio, possibly. Or, in a new relationship, passion offers the challenge of ecstasy and pain. Don't